The constable found her at dawn on March 17, 1891, sitting perfectly upright in her rocking chair by the window. Her hands were still moving, fingers dancing through the motions of needle and thread, but there was no fabric between them. No needle, no thread, just empty air and the rhythmic motion of a seamstress who'd forgotten to stop working. Ingrid Dahl's workshop in Bergen, Norway, told a story the young woman could no longer tell herself. 43 wedding dresses hung from every rafter and hook, each one more elaborate than the last. They were masterpieces of lace and silk, of impossible detail that would have taken months to complete. She'd sewn them all in 11 nights. The dresses weren't the disturbing part, though they should have been. It was what she'd stitched into the hems, hundreds of tiny words in thread so fine you needed a magnifying glass to read them. The same phrase, over and over, in a handwriting that wasn't quite hers. He's waiting at the altar. When Dr. Henrik Anderson examined her that morning, Ingrid's fingertips were raw and bleeding, worn down to exposed nerve. She hadn't blinked in 6 hours. She was still trying to sew. This is the story of what happens when the line between sleep and waking dissolves completely, and when the mind, desperate to process trauma it cannot face, finds other ways to scream. If you're drawn to the darkest corners of historical mystery, to the stories that blur the boundary between psychological breakdown and something we can't quite explain, then subscribe and join us as we piece together what happened to Ingrid Dahl in those 11 impossible nights.